hope you guys are having an amazing day. I wanted to do this. I am recording on both. We're going to do the YouTube because I've had some requests, and then we're going to go ahead and simultaneously do the podcast. So bear with me. I've only did this like twice and it worked out, but I was doing on my laptop. Today I'm doing both on my phone. So today's episode is going to be episode 3, The Dark Side of the Rainbow. Now, if you guys have been here, then you know how I feel about the Alphabet Brigade or the Rainbow Parade or the ABC 123 people. Now, this is my thing. I'm traditional and I'm straight, and that's just how I, am. That's how I was raised. That's how I'm going to raise my children. My thing is this. It's always been weird to me how some people come about being in the alphabet community, right? So usually it's something super traumatic or something taught. And when I say that, I mean, maybe you have an uncle or an aunt or parents that are gay or, in the community. And you just tend to feel like that's okay. Or maybe you experimented and that's what you liked. Or like I said before, maybe there was some type of abuse that happened that pushed you more towards the same sex or whatever. Okay, so I feel like it's super traumatic and I don't think you should hold on or build onto that trauma, right? Or build and make your life what someone else made theirs. So if your uncle or your favorite cousin or your mom or whatever was that in that life, does that mean that you have to follow? No. Maybe you might have issues and you feel like that same sex is the one that listened to you, or now you feel a bit weird in your own body. So you're like, maybe I'm this whole time. It's just like a spirit imbalance or something like that. I don't know. But at this point, I'm starting to think, I've been thought that it's some type of agenda that's going on, right? Where there's different studies that stuff that they put into our food, soy, amongst other things, target certain hormones. All right. Do your own research on that. They did some research where they were giving a frog certain things that they were putting into our food and stuff in our water systems. And that made that frog from a male to a female. Now, I'm not saying we're frogs. Now, bear with me. Only thing I'm saying is there are ways, right? Mentally, spiritually, and physically that we're being attacked as people to be same sex or loving the same sex or being in the alphabet community. And it's far too many of those letters for me to just dive into it. So I'm not going to be politically correct in this. I'm just going to speak my mind. So my thought has always been that these people are spiritually lost or traumatized. They don't really want this stuff. And I'm going to show you today that it's proving my theory that these people, some of them just want attention. And they went a little too far and then they regret it. Or some of these people may have thought that's what they wanted at that time. But we all know how people are. You can change your mind at any fucking time. And I don't see why people don't get that. So you should never really make life-altering decisions when you're not 100% sure if you're later on going to want to change it. So, for example, if I know for certain that I'm in a relationship and then I get out of that relationship and now I want to cut all of my hair off, dye my hair, or I want to, get a tattoo or whatever, I need to just wait it out and have a second thought later on when I'm feeling a different way. And I think a lot of people don't think like that because, yes, some of our feelings are super intense. I 100% get it. We all make mistakes. That's what it is. But in this point in time, at this point in time, is it something that you're like, hey, this is something I want to do forever? A lot of the stuff that I'm going to show you are people that made these life-altering decisions. And yes, you could turn back, but you're never going to quite be the same as you were before. This is going to be about different surgeries or procedures, hormones or whatever that these people took, and they decided to vent about it on a public platform. So I figured, why not talk about it? A lot of people try to see that community as all happy and rainbows, and they don't make any mistakes, or they know 100% what they are. Call me this, don't call me this. This is what I am. This is what I'm turning into. And hey, people make fucking mistakes, okay? In this situation, huge ones. And I just wanted people to see that community is not really what they led on to be. Also, a lot of these people are mentally and spiritually, emotionally touched, okay? I 110% believe that some of these people in this community are more equipped for insane asylums versus versus the general population with us. And then also the families need to realize that, hey, you're okay with this person making these decisions at any type of age, and later on they're going to come to you and cry and because they're going to regret it. Then some of these people in these vents actually blamed their family members. Why didn't anybody try to stop me? This is another thing that I'm saying. Some people are mentally undone. Because if you're a grown up and you're telling me that you want to do this, I'm going to back you, because if I don't back you, then what am I? A bigot, right? And all these other fucking names, transphobic and all this other stuff, right? So people try to back these people and their mentally deranged decisions. And then once you realize this is not really what I wanted, I liked what I was before, because you have the right to change your fucking mind. And then it's like, oh, no one stopped me. No one cares. It's like, what the fuck? So let's jump into it. So this first one, it says, trying to cope with so much grief. Now, once again, I found this on someone else's Twitter. I did block out their name because I don't have authorization to post them. So this says, vent. I have a body covered in thick hair now. My face, my stomach, my arms, my legs, everywhere. When I shave my face, it's still noticeable. My voice is at the lowest pitch. It's a man's voice. My chest is flat forever. My genitals are changed. I can't even bring myself to type out how, but we all know. I want to die when I think about everything. It feels like there's no escape. Just fucked up. Now, this is my thing. I'm gonna guess, use my brain, that this was once a woman, okay, turned into a man, hence the thick hair on the legs and everything else like that. Okay, genitals have been changed. Now, imagine waking up every fucking day and you look like a dude, but now all of a sudden you still feel like a girl. You wanted to be a girl, but in that situation, you decided, hey, I want to be a boy. I feel like a man. So I want to bring that out. Whatever happened to women just wanting to be dykes? Once again, not politically correct, but this is what I, have. What happened to that? Like, you can just dress up. Like, people are still doing it. You're a woman, naturally. You can go and dress up and look like a dude. Put the ace bandages on your chest or whatever, right? And then when you feel like, shit, I feel like wearing heels today, you still have all of your parts to still look like a woman and look feminine. What's wrong with just changing your hair, getting a shortcut? Okay, cool. But going as far as changing your genitals, taking your breast off, what? Now, they do have some type of procedures where they will blow out your skin, stretch out your skin, and then so you have that skin to hold the breast implants. But now, at this point, you would just be a man with breast, because you look like a man. You got hair, you have no vagina, so now you have a penis. Like, is anybody getting this? Like, mentally unstable, unhinged. Now, I don't know how long it was from this person being a woman to feeling like it was fucked up that they're now a man. But you made the decision. No one forced you. You know what I mean? No one forced you to do this. So it's quite weird. I don't know. It's just quite weird to me. But anyways, okay. So, next one. All right. This is, okay. I'm at my wit's end, suicide. I don't know what TW means. So, I don't even know where to start. And I won't be reading the full thing. I'm going to paraphrase some of it. I've never been this depressed in my life. I've almost jumped onto the train tracks yesterday. I've been sobbing multiple times for 3 days straight, from a day to 3 straight. Okay. Now, suicidal. This is different from the last one that we just saw, where they was like, hey, they kind of just living with it. They are depressed about it, but they're like, hey, it's kind of fucked up. Now, this person is definitely suicidal off of a choice that they made. I don't know. I would hope so. And this is what I've read, that doctors and psychologists are actually making you go through with different meetings and, talking to you for weeks or months on end before you get these surgeries. Now it just starting to seem like the doctors are a bit greedy and they're like, fuck it, you want it, you like it, I love it, I'll do it, giving you the hormones and stuff. But from what I understood, and this was from years ago, I thought that they gave you some type of help to mentally see if this is what you wanted. But like I said, anybody can change their mind at any point. But this is something you don't fucking change your mind about. You see what I mean? This is something that, okay, I don't feel right in my body. I'm doing it. I'm cutting everything off. I'm done. But bruh, at what fucking point do you realize this ain't what I want anymore? This is what I'm saying. If you feel like you want to dress up and be a Halloween character all year round, do that. But once you start going and cutting into yourself, is that not a mental thing? Is that not like you hate yourself? Because now you hated yourself as the original sex, and now you hate yourself even more because now you're cosplaying. But no, now you're no longer even cosplaying. This is your real body. This is it. It's permanent. It's done. I mean, whose fault is this really? Is it the doctor's fault? Is it the patient's fault? Like, I don't know. Is it the family's fault for not getting these people committed? I don't know. All right. So I feel like I've lost a piece of me. Sure, my hormones can convert, but I'll always sound like a man. What the fuck? Imagine, you take these hormones. You used to be a woman. You take these hormones, and excuse my son in the back. But you take these hormones, and now you're a man. You sound like a man full out. You look like a man full out. Like, what? Okay. Even when I make an effort to sound more feminine, I just sound like a man trying to sound like a woman. My boyfriend, oh God. So that's not even, okay, no. So you used to be a girl, now you're a man, and now you have a boyfriend. And I would hope, you know what? Never mind. Anyways, so my boyfriend tells me it's not as bad as I think it is and that I sound female to him, but I just can't believe him. I feel like no one will ever see me as a normal woman again. I want to open my mouth. I stopped speaking to my father before I started hormones. And this is another thing. Fathers are needed. Now, I don't know if he was okay with this transformation, but if you have a sane family structure, I 110% believe that if they are traditional and they are sane, they're not even going to allow you to do this. But once again, you are an adult, so they might cut you off and say, hey, I don't condone this, so I'm not going to be with you on this journey. And that's their right to do that. But, yikes, man. I don't know. I don't know. We need to take hold of our kids a little better. Now, I don't know how old this person is, but I feel like this type of stuff starts from who they hang around to who they went to school with to what they're watching on TV. Like, I feel like this type of stuff can definitely be checked at the very beginning, or we never put our kids around that type of stuff, so it never occurs to them to think, oh, instead of a vagina, I need a penis. But okay. So I think about the father-daughter relationship I gave up, and I'm afraid I'll never get it now because I took testosterone. I'm afraid I'll see him again and he won't recognize his daughter, that he'll hate my voice as much as I do. I love feminine things. I love fashion. I like to do my hair and makeup, but it all feels like a sad farce. I feel like I'm lying to myself. Like I look like a joke in what I wear. I think I'm wasting money on these things and that I'm a sick freak for wanting to be cute or wear dresses after I've maimed myself with hormones. So this is my thing. What was the purpose? What the fuck? If you love cute, really girly things and you love the fashion and the dressing up and doing your hair, why would you change? Why would you change into being like a man? I don't know. At this point in time, it's very weird. You can't play this one. Sorry, you guys. You can't play that one. You have to play YouTube or something else or another one. No. So that's my thing. I don't quite understand. Why would you decide you love these feminine things? It's almost sound like that person liked to be a girl, but you change into a man. And now even the daughter-father relationship that you loved is gone. Because you can never be a woman again. You know what I mean? So what, are we expecting your dad to accept you now, even though you don't even accept you? And he's supposed to just take you under his wing and have that father-son relationship now that his daughter is dead? Like, that's crazy. Like, I've never understood that. Why are we accepting these people when they clearly can't even accept themselves? They don't even know what they want. They don't love themselves. I'm supposed to love you and have love for you and respect you when you don't do any of those things for yourself. Insanity. Okay. I used to love making my own characters too, but lately all of my female characters just remind me of what I'll never be able to have. I don't think I can be a real woman anymore. I just want to be comfortable with myself. But that ship has sailed. I can't undo 2.5 years of testosterone. I want to leave the body I ruined behind. I just want you to know, these people are ruining their bodies, right? I feel like, bear with me. Think about this for a second. If we were allowed to take our consciousness, our spirit out of this body and transport it to a whole fresh new one, these would be the people that would do it. They would ruin their own body, experiment, and then jump into someone else's shit and be like, okay, well, this is what I want to be now. This person decided a lifelong, this person made a lifelong situation or decision off of something that they were feeling. And it didn't really sound like she felt like she really hated herself in the first place. So I'm not understanding, because it's only 2 genders. It's only 2 sex. So, and yes, gender and sex, only 2. So if you didn't feel comfortable being a woman and now you're a man, but you don't feel comfortable being a man. So what's next? A cow? What, a chicken? What are we supposed to do here? What do you want us to do about it? You know what I mean? Like, why even vent? This is something you should be writing in a diary, not online. It's just sickness. Like, that's why I'm saying I really do feel like these people are mentally ill. Because at this point, if you didn't like being a woman, you didn't like being a man, what are you expecting? What's going to make you happy? That sounds like not a body dysmorphia issue. That sounds like a mental, spiritual issue. You just don't like yourself. You don't like your life. You got bored. Usually when I get bored, I dye my hair. I change my hairstyle. Sometimes I might get a meaningful tattoo, something that's going to spruce up my image of myself. You see what I'm saying? But for me to be like, I'm bored, I'm not happy being a woman, maybe I keep getting cheated on as a woman, so I'm gonna be a man, or whatever the reasoning is, it just sounds insane to make such a drastic decision when you haven't. I just feel like these people need to go through so many steps of vetting before they like, okay, let's go under the knife. And then honestly, I feel like if these people were to go under this strenuous procedures of like talking to people, I don't think half of these people would ever have gotten surgery, because it's a, hey, love you for who you are type thing. You know, is it something mentally wrong with you? Is it something spiritually wrong? Then you can do a whole bunch of other stuff. And then by the time you reach those ends, you're like, okay, I don't even want to do this shit anymore. You follow me? I don't know, man. I don't know. Okay, this is the last one. I miss my breasts so much. And I don't know if you guys are seeing this, but it seems like women are the ones that are having the most regret. Now, there were other ones in the thread, but some of them were, oh my God, it seemed like people were just trying to sound smart with a whole bunch of words from the dictionary that didn't flow. And I was like, I'm not reading this shit and sound stupid. So It seems like to me, it's a lot of women that in their feminine beauty, they didn't like it. So they change. Maybe it's because they felt like it's a patriarchal system and they wanted to be a man. Or maybe they felt like, I don't get any, I don't know what these people think, because I can't even think, I can't put in my head why anybody want to change to be from a woman to a man. But they had those issues. They made those changes. And now you see, oh, I miss my breasts. Oh, I feel like I made a big mistake. I'm just hairy. I miss fashion. I miss doing my hair. Like, being a woman is so empowering. And it's something that you'll never get anywhere else. Being a woman is one of those things where it's like, even when you breastfeed, and breastfeeding is tough, but even when you stop breastfeeding, you're like, dang, I miss breastfeeding. I can only imagine me taking my whole breast off and be like, damn, I miss my breasts. What the fuck? Yes, being a woman is beautiful, even though we have our cycles and our hormones raised and our estrogen raised and all this other stuff. We go through these things. We cry at movies. It makes us who the fuck we are, It's beautiful. Having a uterus is crazy. That's all I'm saying. A natural uterus. That's all I'm saying. But anyways, I'm sitting in bed crying because I miss my breast so much. I had top surgery when I was 18. 18? First of all, your boobies ain't even finished growing when you're 18. Okay? You don't even know how to properly take care of yourself or your vagina, or you don't even know what you really want at 18. You see what I'm saying? So it's like, who allowed this? Who are your parents? You know what I'm saying? Parents have a big chunk in identity. So it's like, who are your parents? Are they into this type of stuff? Are they pushing you to do it? Do they listen to you? Did you do this for attention from your parents? Like, it's so many different questions. So it's like, at 18, you decided, this is what I want. Our brains are not even fully developed. You see what I mean? A lot of stuff in the body is still going through changes. You don't even get your adult weight at 18. I mean, what the fuck is going on? I feel the same way about this as I feel with women or girls that get BBLs. You be 18, 19, you got a BBL. Your body hasn't even stopped changing yet. Anywho, so I got top surgery when I was 18. I'm 27 now. Even if I get implants, they won't actually be mine. I want mine back. Not only were they mine, but they were great looking. Everything with these people is looks and just like right nows. You know what I'm saying? So right now you wanted to cut your boobs off. Right now you felt insecure about whatever. You felt like you were a dude or whatever on the inside. And now here you are years later at a more mature mindset. And you're like, dang, I didn't really want to do that. My boobs were great. I didn't have no issues with them. It was just me on the inside that has the issue. But anyways, I want mine back. Not only were they mine, but they were great looking. I will never have them back. Never. I never, ever thought that this would happen to me. I was, whatever percentage that is, 1,000,000% sure I made the right decision. But the past couple years, I finally realized, and it's so fucking hard to comprehend this, and I accept it. I'm going through a mourning period right now over my old body. I miss it so much. I look at girls nowadays, any girl at all, and I'm completely jealous. At least they still have their natural body. I feel like an imposter. Like, I can't even claim that I'm actually a girl enough. Even though I am. My voice is fucked. I have no boobs. I'm constantly worrying about passing as a female, even though I fucking am one. I feel so much regret and it's eating me alive. Yo, what the fuck? Okay. Do y'all agree that these types of surgeries only need to be had for people? Yes. Okay. 18 years old is an adult. Okay. Bear with me though. Should you be getting that type of drastic surgery at 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25? No. I feel like you need to be waiting until you're over the age of 25 to get this type of fucking surgery. Because clearly people regret it. And then I feel like they're just throwing testosterone pills and hormone pills at every fucking body. What in the fuck? Now, don't get me wrong. This is what the fuck you asked for, right? This is what you asked for. You asked to be a man. They said, you sure? Yeah, I'm sure. And I don't know what they're doing nowadays, if they're really like making sure people are absolutely 110% sure. But these people are regretting it. And like I said, was a child. This was a child. I don't care what no one says. The government deems you a child, an adult at 18. In some states, you can even consent to sex at 16. But my thing is this. I don't think those are appropriate ages to make these types of decisions. Sure, you want to get on birth control. Sure, 18 years old. I still even feel like that and abortions and shit like that should be considered based on the age. 18, I just don't feel like it's old enough. We've made some dumb ass decisions at 18, and I'm 30 right now, 31. So this is my thing. Things that I did at 18, I damn sure wouldn't be doing at 31. I mean, come on. Common sense tells you these people are not mentally sound anyway. So why were you allowing them as a child? That person could have just turned, 18, a few months before they had that surgery. You know what I mean? Think about it. What really changes your 17-year-old mind to an 18-year-old mind? What really changes? Like overnight? Is it something that's like, boom, you have all the answers? No, you don't. 18-year-olds are fucking stupid sometimes. Majority of the time, fucking stupid. I mean, yes, there's the outliers where it's like, hey, this is an 18-year-old that's thinking like a 30-year-old because of some life decisions or some life things that they saw. But for the most part, 18-year-olds are fucking 18. And then a lot of 18-year-olds are really 15 in their mind. Like, let's be honest here. But I'm not going to even say any of this stuff is sad or heartbreaking for real. Because now I'm thinking about it, you chose this. I don't feel like your brain was developed enough at some of these ages to choose these things, but you chose this. And we have to let people realize that once you do something, that's it. You know, that's what you decided to do, and it's a lifelong thing. You got to live with it. Now, whether you harm yourself because of your own decisions, that's on you. But at the end of the fucking day, no one forced you to go on that table and do these things. I don't know. I hope you guys are, not going through some of this stuff. I will hope not. This doesn't make sense to me. Love yourself. And even if you don't love yourself, try to love yourself more every day. Do little things. There's so many things from Google and Pinterest and all of this stuff that you can find ways to love yourself. They have camps and people you can come and talk to. Like, they have so many different things, different workshops and books to be like self-love or whatever. Y'all claim to love yourself, and this is why you're doing this to yourself. But then later on, you have all these regrets. And I'm like, so did you ever really love you? Oh, yeah, I love myself, but you have fake boobs. You're on this hormone to make you look like something else. You chopped off part of your body. It's like, that doesn't seem like love to me. Sometimes the mind can play serious tricks on us. And I think we have to realize that as a people, that not all of us, and just because of what we've gone through, traumatic stuff in our life, a lot of Americans are not mentally okay. This is why I'm an advocate for some type of, you talking to someone. You got to talk to somebody, therapist, psychiatrist, somebody, to go talk to someone. Not just a friend, they're not licensed, but get some shit off your chest, but really go talk to a professional. This is the type of stuff this is drastic, but it's happening all the time, you know? Even women that go and get BBLs, something's not right within for you to feel like you got to go get titties, a booty that ain't yours, you weren't born with it. Maybe your body's not even built for that type of model, and here you are sculpting yourself out. And then a lot of them look like a big ass tooth after, or something from Bug's Life. And then they claim that they love themselves so fucking much after and they like it, but it really never ever looks good, and it never really makes any fucking sense of why you got it, because you were pretty before. Stop. Come on. So I don't know at this point, but I want to give you guys another one that I don't have it screenshotted, but so I was reading on okay, stop. I was reading on Twitter that this girl, I want to say, I think it was a girl. All right. So I am back. Had to go and do a few things, but where I left off at was 110% if what I was talking about with the other thing. So, but we're going to move on. I just remember a woman saying that she had her uterus removed. for whatever reason, and how she really was sad about that. And I'm like, I just feel like cutting off any type of anything from anybody, it's never going to grow back. Do you see what I mean? This is not something that you can just say, hey, I want my old dick or my old titties back. Let me have them. No, we got to start thinking about people's mental fucking health. Mentally, these people are not there. You know what I mean? They're not stable, and that's okay. But we have to really come to terms with it. Really come to terms with the fact that these people are not mentally sound. Now, whether it's a spiritual thing or a mental thing, either way, I feel like we need to classify that as some type of inner mental health. Okay. We got to start doing better, especially in our Black community, right? Now, whether they're doing stuff, putting stuff in our food, programming us through these shows like P-Valley and all this other bullshit, bro, I don't know. I couldn't give you the specifics on it. Only thing I know is this shit is not okay. And then you have some people that are supposedly these allies at these clinics and stuff, pushing our people to do this type of stuff, or not even pushing, but saying like, oh, you're totally fine. You're well within your right to cut off this. What do you think they're doing with your parts? Think about that for a second. What do you really think these people are doing with your parts? Do you think they're just tossing them in the wastebasket and that's it? Burning them? Or no, they're doing stuff. They're testing us. They're doing this stuff with like all of these weird ass experiments, trying to understand us better. But I don't even know the percentage of Black people that are getting these procedures done. I just know that they're out there. Even the women that do the BBLs and all this other stuff, like I said before, all of this stuff should be, do you really love yourself? And if you love yourself, your real self, what you were born as, why are you doing shit like this? Like I said before, the drag queens, this is what they used to do. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, keep your shit. Keep your dick in your balls or whatever, but dress like it. Dress what you want to do. It's like a Halloween thing. It's like a cosplay. I feel like if you really want to do that, I don't agree with any of this shit, but if you really want to do that, then do that. But cutting off everything and then later on having regrets from age 18 to 27, at what point did you feel like, yo, this is not what I wanted? It's like having buyer's remorse. You get this car that you really wanted, then you realize that it's just another car. And you're like, fuck this, I didn't want this. But now you are paying payments. You're making payments on that shit. You're like, dang, it's taxing on my pockets, my mental. I got to work more just to keep this fucking car. Is it worth it? And that's something that you can easily sell and get rid of or return it. You can't return your dick that got cut in half into a vagina and vice versa. This is insane. I don't know if people realize, but it's not like you're going to get like a real vagina anymore. These men that get these vaginas have to keep their holes open with this tool, and they have different sizes. To me, that doesn't sound appealing. It doesn't sound fun. It's a hole. It's a wound that you're trying to keep open for sexual reasons. Now they're trying to say, oh, well, we want uterus as well. Now, just bear with me here. How is a man going to sustain a uterus? Just like a woman can't sustain an erection as a trans man, how are you going to do this? A lot of women, if you go and look online, a lot of women that are now men or trying to be men, they've had the surgery, but now they have a penis, right? But it's just a log of meat that they took from other parts of your body. A lot of women said that they can't even get erections because it doesn't work that way. You need veins and all this other stuff to push blood from the top of your body into this organ, which is a muscle that a man has, to get an erection. It's more to it than just it being there. So now you just have this meat dildo attached to you. How is this okay? It's not okay. This seems like some stuff that we need to be putting people in homes for, or putting people in these institutions and really like trying to understand why you want to do this to yourself. Because initially you're killing off part of yourself to be something else. That's not how life works though. You cannot kill your real self off. That self, that beginning person that you didn't want to be anymore, is always going to be inside of you. And one day it's going to click and like, hey, this is who I really want to be. I was this person the whole time though. Now I'm looking in the mirror and I don't even like what I'm seeing. And now you're really What you thought was, hey, I don't feel comfortable in my own body as a woman. Now you're looking in the mirror every day and you're a man, and now you really don't feel comfortable. How are we supposed to fix this as a community? What are we supposed to do here? I'm an advocate for making sure your mental health is in order. So I really do feel like these people might need to be locked away. And that's not a hate thing. That's just a what the fuck is going on. And that shit is leaking into our kids thing. Like, we got to separate ourselves from this type of madness. Okay. That's just what I think. But anywho. So I hope you guys enjoyed this. I have other stuff to do. I just finished recording the podcast. This one wasn't recording for whatever reason, but so go over to my podcast. It's on Anchor, Apple, Spotify, and a whole bunch of other little podcast apps. Submissive Goddess Podcast. Go over there. And I will see you guys in the next one.